of 7 horses and mules out here in Arizona, and they all participate in my equine. I'm just trying to record real quick. Here, you can be in it too. I have a herd of 7 horses and mules out here in Arizona, and they all participate in my equine assisted learning program. I'm really excited to introduce these horses and mules to you today, but before I get into that, I want to explain to you what equine assisted learning is if you've never heard of it before. So you know how depression and anxiety is skyrocketing? A lot of people are turning to homeschooling their children, and people are seeking connection with nature more than anything else. Well, I help those people build confidence and boost their self-esteem through my 90-day guided equine program. Even this morning, I had a group of kids with their parents out on the farm today, and I heard the parents talk about how horses just bring so much calmness and peace to them. I'm really excited to share with you more in detail about my equine program in later videos, but for now, all I ask, if you know someone like a friend or a family member who could benefit from going through my 90-day equine program, please share my website with them. My website is linked in the description below. Okay, without further ado, I'm going to introduce the herd to you. And just as a little side note, I say that they're all my horses, but I actually only own 3 of them. So 3 of them are my personal horses, which I'll introduce first. And then the other 4 horses are my roommate's horses. And she has graciously allowed me to use them in my program. And I think that she really likes to see her horses used in my program because it gives them something to do. And of course, I've noticed that the horses love participating in the program too. So it's a win-win for everyone. All right, without further ado, let's meet all of the horses. This is Mirabelle. She came to me a couple of years ago. She's sort of a rescue case. She was boarded at a public facility and her owner went MIA. She was really skinny, like super skinny when I brought her home. Her hooves hadn't been trimmed in so long that her hooves were starting to curl over. And as you can see, she instantly started gaining weight and shining under my care. It was really cool to see her bounce back and thrive, even at the age of 25 back then. So she's 27 now and she's partially blind. I really don't know a lot about her past, but I will say she is just the sweetest horse ever, and if I have a kid or adult come to me who's really nervous or timid around horses, Mirabelle will help them feel at ease right away. Pave is, of course, my favorite horse. She is my heart horse. I've had her for 6 years now. She's a Hanoverian thoroughbred cross, and she has quite a unique personality. Everybody knows her as a horse who is obsessed with the llama. She treats the llama like her baby. Pave's backstory is a little bit all over the place. She came from the East Coast, and just because of some circumstances, she spent several years in a stall without any turnout or socialization. So she definitely has some lasting quirks in her personality because of that time period in her life, but overall I'd say she's extremely sensitive, hypervigilant, very observant, and I personally think she's just so sweet, but she doesn't like everyone. In fact, she's very particular about the people she chooses to connect with. She's almost 17 years old now, and for the most part, I don't ride her anymore. Diamond is my newest horse. He's only been here for a few months. He's an 8-year-old off-the-track thoroughbred who actually came from Canada. He raced up there a few times. He's a really cool horse, and I'm definitely more partial towards mares, but he's very quickly teaching me how to fall in love with geldings as well. He's super smart, and he loves clicker training. He picked it up really fast. You can watch the video I did about transitioning him from shod to barefoot, and he's been doing really great with his barefoot hooves. I ride him a couple times a week, and he's just an all-around gentleman, and he's even done a couple riding lessons with kids, and I would say most people who come to the farm fall in love with him right away. This is Dickie. He is our other senior horse at 27 years old. From what I know about him, he's very partial towards men, and he's not the cuddly, touchy-feely type of a horse. He spent his life working cows, and I assume he just never really had the kind of owner who would like coddle him or anything like that, so he doesn't always allow kids to brush him. But he's really well trained, very obedient, so he's really good to use for people who want to learn basic horsemanship and horse handling and things like that. He's also a good one to teach boundary setting because so many people want to touch him because he's so velvety soft. And I think it's a good teaching opportunity to talk about equine body language when he says no, because he will very often say no to being petted or brushed or things like that. And I think despite his grumpy old man demeanor, he's earned a very peaceful retirement, and I think he is a sweet dude at heart. He just shows it in a different way from the other horses. This is Shadowfax. I actually just created a video about her breaking her tailbone. So obviously she's not being ridden right now as she heals, but previously she was an endurance horse. I heard that she did really great with 25-mile races, but not so much at 50 miles. She would get like really worked up and excited around the other horses. So I can totally see her doing that. She's a really good therapy horse for someone who needs to process a heavy life event or something like that. I've seen her volunteer herself countless times to be a shoulder for someone to lean on. She's gaited too, so the way that she walks and runs looks really unique compared to a regular horse. This is Aura. Aura is a mule, which means that she's half horse, half donkey. She's really cool, and I'd say she's on the more sensitive side. I believe that she came from an auction, so I don't know a ton about her past, but I do know that she's been trained to pull a cart. She can be pretty headstrong at times, and she's really great at teaching people how to stand tall and handle horses with confidence. I saved Tater Tot for last because he has the biggest personality. He's a mule, which again means he's half donkey, half horse, and he's very polarizing in the sense that you either love him or you hate him. I personally have a love-hate relationship with him. I think he's great, and then sometimes he lets that donkey side of him show, and he can be very headstrong. If you walk out into the horse pasture, I can almost guarantee he will come up and say hi to you by rubbing his big head on you. He loves mesquite pods, he loves food, he loves treats. So if you give him treats and if you scratch his ears, then you will absolutely be his best friend. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you got to know the herd a little bit. I love working with each and every single one of these horses. I think that they are just so unique and so cool to work with, and I love all of them just like they were my own. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel because I upload a new video every single Friday, and comment letting me know if you have a favorite horse. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next Friday. Bye!